On a quiet stretch of countryside, far from the roar of cricket stadiums, a long gravel road leads to a hidden estate. No security gates, no spotlight, just rolling fields, a private hilltop home, and morning mist lifting over acres of green. Today we step inside the private world of a legend the world seems to have forgotten. His estate, his peace, and the life he built away from fame. But before the silence, there was history. Let's go back to where his career began. Rohan Kanhai was born on December 26, 1935, in Port Morant, Berbice, a sugar estate village in what was then British Guyana, now Guyana. He grew up on the Corentyne coast, in a tight-knit Indo-Guyanese community where most families lived modestly and worked hard. His ancestors, like many in the region, descended from Indian laborers brought to the Caribbean during the colonial era, a history that shaped the identity of thousands of Indo-Caribbean families, including Kanhai's own. Cricket wasn't a hobby there. It was oxygen. Children played on worn-out fields with makeshift gear, and it was on those uneven pitches that young Kanhai formed his game. With no academies, no formal coaching, and no sports science behind him, his training ground was simple: hit, run, repeat. That raw environment built a fearless style, instinctive, creative, and entirely his own. By his teens, locals already knew his trademark shot, the falling hook, a dramatic stroke that sent the ball flying while Kanhai's body leaned away, as if defying balance and physics. At 19 years old, he made his first-class debut for British Guyana during the 1954-1955 season, facing a visiting Australian side. The numbers from that match don't tell the full story, but something was undeniable. Kanhai didn't look intimidated. He looked ready. 3 years later, May 30th, 1957, at Edgbaston, he played his first test match for the West Indies against England. He scored 42 runs against fast bowling from Fred Truman and Brian Statham, two of the best pace bowlers of the era. It wasn't a century, but it was enough to announce that a star had arrived. Then came the innings that changed everything. During the 1958-1959 tour of India, Kanhai scored 256 runs in Calcutta, now Kolkata, partnering with Garfield Sobers in a 217-run stand. Cricket writers from both hemispheres took notice. C.L.R. James, one of the most respected voices in cricket literature, described Kanhai's batting as hitting that belongs to the realm of the imagination. His elegance made him memorable, but his unpredictability made him dangerous. In the early 1960s, Kanhai left the Caribbean off-season to play county cricket, the heart of English domestic cricket, signing with Warwickshire. Playing in cold weather and on green-seeming pitches was nothing like the dusty fields of Guyana, yet Kanhai dominated. Over his career with Warwickshire, he scored nearly 12,000 runs at an average of 51.62, the highest average among players with significant innings for the club. In the 1970 season alone, he piled up 1,894 runs at 57.39. Fans didn't just cheer for him, they worshipped him. Kanhai didn't just play cricket, he performed it. On the international stage, he delivered consistency through the 1960s and early 1970s, including a key role in the dramatic tied test against Australia in 1960-61 and back-to-back centuries, 117 and 115, during the 1963 England tour. His versatility, playing spin or pace, attacking or anchoring, made him nearly impossible to plan against. And even at age 39, when many athletes are long retired, Kanhai played a crucial innings in the 1975 Cricket World Cup final. While Clive Lloyd's explosive century stole the headlines, it was Kanhai's half-century that steadied the team and set up the victory. In a way, it was poetic, the elder statesman guiding a rising empire. Toward the end of his career, Kanhai captained the West Indies, succeeding the legendary Gary Sobers. He wasn't flashy, He wasn't loud. He led the way he played, thoughtful, measured, with quiet authority. After retiring, he continued shaping the sport. In 1992, he became the first official West Indies national team coach, guiding young talent and setting foundations for future success. In 2009, cricket's highest honor followed: induction into the ICC Cricket Hall of Fame. A village boy from Guyana, now standing among the immortals. Rohan Kanhai's legacy is clear. He didn't just score runs. He changed the way the game could be played, with imagination, elegance, and courage. But while most legends stay close to the spotlight, Kanhai walked away, choosing silence over stadiums. This brings us to the remote estate where he lives today. Countryside Estate, a peaceful life in Florida. Nestled in a quiet part of the state, this countryside estate feels worlds away from the electric stadiums and roaring fans of his playing days. Surrounded by mature fruit trees and rolling green hills, the property embodies both comfort and reflection, a fitting sanctuary for a man who once carried the pride of the West Indies on his shoulders. With 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms, it offers both space and serenity. The vaulted ceilings with exposed beams create a rustic charm, while the open floor plan and wide windows allow natural light to pour through every corner. The master suite, featuring a private walk-in closet and ensuite bath, serves as Kanhai's personal retreat, a quiet space where he spends his mornings reading or watching the sunrise through the glass panels that overlook the estate. The home's main level includes a fully equipped kitchen that balances functionality with style. Stainless steel appliances, stone countertops, and a large island reflect Kanhai's appreciation for simplicity done right. A cozy propane fireplace sits at the heart of the living area, where family and friends occasionally gather. Though he leads a private life, neighbors describe him as warm and approachable, a gentleman who still speaks with the humility of a man from Port Morant. Downstairs, a fully finished basement adds another layer of comfort. With more than 4,300 square feet of living space overall, it offers room for leisure and reflection. Some evenings, Kanhai reportedly enjoys listening to old calypso and reggae records, songs that take him back to the golden days of Caribbean cricket and brotherhood. Outside, the property extends its character with practical elegance. A large 40 by 80 metal pole building stands on the grounds, complete with an electrical setup, ideal for storage, small projects, or perhaps the occasional woodworking hobby that Kanhai picked up after retirement. The nearby garage, almost 1,000 square feet in size, houses a few modest vehicles, nothing flashy, just reliable cars fitting for his low-key personality. The gardens, filled with tropical plants and fruit trees, reflect his Guyanese roots and his love for the outdoors. For Kanhai, this Florida retreat is not about opulence, it's about peace. It's where the noise fades, the air is clear, and the memories of cricket's greatest days still linger quietly in the corners. But make no mistake, though his lifestyle today is calm and understated, Rohan Kanhai's success has afforded him a life of comfort and stability. So how does the legend's wealth reflect his decades-long journey from the fields of British Guyana to the pinnacle of world cricket? Income and net worth. Despite being one of the greatest batsmen the West Indies ever produced, his prime years came long before the sport transformed into the billion-dollar enterprise it is today. During the 1950s through the 1970s, players often played for pride and country rather than wealth. His estimated net worth today stands at around nearly $3 million, a figure that underscores longevity, smart living, and a lifetime dedicated to the game rather than lavish pursuits. During his playing days, Kanhai represented the West Indies in 79 test matches and 7 one-day internationals, accumulating 6,227 test runs at an average of 47.53. For this, he earned what would be considered modest compensation by modern standards. Back in the 1960s and 1970s, top West Indies players typically received about $200 to $500 per test day, alongside small tour bonuses and allowances. Over nearly 2 decades, these earnings added up to roughly $100,000 to $200,000 total, a figure dwarfed by the multi-million-dollar contracts of today's players. A significant portion of Kanhai's stable income came from county cricket in England, where he became a legend for Warwickshire between 1968 and 1972. 1974. Overseas professionals were among the first to receive structured annual salaries, earning between £3,000 and £5,000 per season, about $7,000 to $12,000 at the time. Adjusted for inflation, these contracts translate to $50,000 to $100,000 across his tenure. A solid, respectable income in an age when cricket was still a gentleman's sport. He also played for numerous first-class teams across the world, including British Guyana, Trinidad, Tasmania, and Transvaal, totaling more than 300 first-class matches. Though match fees varied by region, these appearances provided supplementary earnings in the range of $20,000 to $50,000 over his career. As captain of the West Indies in the early 1970s, Kanhai was granted a modest leadership bonus, estimated at $10,000 to $20,000, reflecting both his stature and the financial limitations of the sport at the time. Yet what he lacked in monetary gain, he more than made up for in respect. Players like Viv Richards, Clive Lloyd, and even Brian Lara would later speak of Kanhai as a foundational influence, a mentor who taught them the balance between skill and integrity. After retirement, Kanhai returned to serve the game in a new capacity, as the first-ever national coach of the West Indies. Between 1992 and 1995, he helped groom young players who would carry the Caribbean legacy into the next generation. Coaching salaries during that period were around $50,000 to $100,000 per year, providing him with a comfortable post-playing income estimated at $150,000 to $300,000 over 3 years. This was perhaps his most financially secure period, allowing him to invest in a stable lifestyle and modest property holdings. Today, his financial picture may not rival modern sports millionaires, but his legacy remains priceless, a symbol of cricket's golden age, when greatness wasn't measured in endorsements or bank balances. And beyond the numbers, Rohan Kanhai's true worth shines through in how he has given back. With deep roots in community and compassion, he has quietly used his influence to uplift others, especially the youth of Guyana and the Caribbean. Philanthropy. When severe floods devastated parts of Guyana in early 2005, Kanhai didn't hesitate to step forward. He took part in fundraising events, charity matches, and community outreach drives to help rebuild affected neighborhoods, particularly in Georgetown and the coastal villages. His presence alone drew attention and donations from across the Caribbean diaspora. Kanhai has always believed that sport can change lives. Through the Rohan Kanhai Scholarship Fund, established by the Guyana Cricket Board and private donors, he has helped disadvantaged young players gain access to quality training and essential equipment. He often visited schools and cricket academies to share his experience, reminding youth that discipline and humility are as vital as talent. Many of today's rising Guyanese cricketers cite his mentorship as a key influence on their careers. As a proud son of Berbice, Kanhai has been a long-time supporter of the region's cricket initiatives. His involvement in the Berbice Cricket Board's community programs, including anti-drug campaigns, educational drives, and coaching outreach, underscores his belief in cricket as a tool for positive social change. Kanhai's compassion has also reached beyond sports. He has lent his name and time to several humanitarian efforts, including health awareness campaigns and international relief drives. Notably, during the 2010 Haiti earthquake, Kanhai joined other West Indian cricket legends in fundraising efforts led by the West Indies Players Association, WIPA, helping deliver aid to thousands in need. And beyond the public image of a sporting hero and humanitarian lies a man of quiet strength, deep faith, and family values. Personal life. Despite being one of the most admired figures in West Indian cricket, Rohan Kanhai has always been a deeply private man. In September 1963, while touring England with the West Indies team, Kanhai married Phyllis Brenda Haig, a woman from Blackpool. Their wedding, held just before September 15th, briefly made headlines in British papers. Photographs captured by memory lane prints and mirror pics show the couple smiling radiantly, a rare glimpse into Kanhai's private joy during one of the most intense periods of his sporting life. Yet beyond that brief moment, he withdrew completely from public scrutiny. That quiet discipline extended even when he faced controversy. During the early 1970s, while captaining the West Indies, Kanhai found himself navigating the turbulent waters of politics and race. The then Prime Minister of Guyana, Forbes Burnham, was accused of meddling in cricket selections to favor certain ethnic groups, deepening divisions in an already tense Caribbean cricket scene. Being of Indo-Guyanese heritage, Kanhai stood in a sensitive position, leading a team that symbolized unity at a time when politics threatened to pull it apart. Though he never publicly addressed the matter, many cricket historians have suggested that the political climate, combined with his declining form, may have influenced his decision to retire from Test cricket in 1974. His silence, in hindsight, spoke volumes. Rather than fuel the flames, Kanhai chose dignity over drama, walking away from controversy with the same composure he once showed at the crease. Still, his competitive spirit occasionally surfaced. One well-documented incident occurred during the 1973 Test series against England. After a disputed decision where he was ruled not out, Kanhai expressed his frustration, leading to a confrontation with English umpire Arthur Fagg. The following day, Fagg refused to officiate until he received an apology, a gesture Kanhai refused to make. Though the issue was quickly resolved, it exposed the growing tension between players and officials during that era and reminded fans that even the calmest legends had their breaking points. Today, Rohan Kanhai remains a symbol of old-world humility, a man who proved that greatness doesn't need noise. While others chased fame, he sought peace. While others gave interviews, he gave time to his craft. And that silent legacy, more than his records, is what keeps his name alive in cricket's memory. If you enjoyed discovering the untold stories behind cricket's forgotten icons, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because every day we bring you deeper into the homes, hearts, and histories of the world's most remarkable lives. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay inspired, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next story.